Hello guys, welcome to DevOps Career Hub. My name is Shamsuddin, and in this video we are going to see what DevOps is, why it matters, how DevOps helps an organization, and what DevOps engineers do, their roles and responsibilities in general. Let's get started. So what is DevOps? DevOps is more of a culture or a set of practices we follow in an organization to deliver a quality product faster to the market, whether the product can be a web application, mobile application, or a software. DevOps emphasizes collaboration between development and operations teams to improve the speed, quality, and reliability of the software releases and deployments. So, if an interviewer asks you, what is DevOps? You can answer this. DevOps is a culture and a set of practices that enhance collaboration between development and operations teams, enabling faster and more reliable delivery of high quality products to the market. Or if you feel that this is overwhelming, you can just say DevOps is a culture that enables delivery of high quality products faster to the market. Now we will see why we need DevOps. In an organization, there will be usually two teams, developers and ops teams. Developers usually build their code and develop the application, and the ops teams will set up the infrastructure, deploys the code, and monitor the application. So if a deployment didn't go as per plan and if the application fails, then the blame game starts. Developers blame that they provided the working code as they tested in their machine and it was working fine. And operation teams blame developers that they provided a faulty code as it's not running in their environment. This creates a wall of confusion between the developers and operations. This is due to the conflict in developers and operation teams' priority. Developers focus completely on different things, like they focus on speed, they want to bring new features faster and don't focus on stability, whereas operation team is more concerned on the stability and they focus on keeping the application up and running. Also their skill set changes. Developer usually write codes, they use programming languages such as Java, Python, and do the testing to debug the application, whereas operation teams works on managing the infrastructure. They use shell script to automate things and focus on getting the application deployed. This gap between the skills and tools is the reason which creates the wall of confusion between the dev team and ops teams. In order to break this wall of confusion is where DevOps comes into picture. Now we know why we need DevOps. DevOps engineers will act as a bridge between the dev team and ops teams by enabling collaboration, automation, and shared responsibilities. So how DevOps helps organization? DevOps do that by increasing the speed of deployment, automating repetitive tasks, collaborating with teams, and doing continuous improvement based on the feedback. Here are some examples where DevOps can make an impact. DevOps speeds up the release process using tools like Jenkins, GitLab to deploy the code using pipeline in few minutes, which usually takes weeks or even months. Infrastructure automation using tools like Terraform. Provide a better collaboration between teams using Slack, Jira, etc. If the position includes security, then using tools like Vault, Trivy to manage the secrets and maintain compliance across the accounts. Also, cost management, cost optimization, and efficient resource utilization using tools like Kubernetes, autoscaling, etc. In this slide, we will see the impacts of not having a DevOps practices implemented. We can take an example of this incident happened at Knight Capital. Knight Capital Group is an American global financial service firm that lost almost $440 million within 45 minutes due to a bad deployment, which nearly bankrupted the company. So, from this example, we can understand what happens even if a single deployment goes wrong. It can cause financial loss, customer trust and reputation damage, it can cause productivity, business disruption, and also which can lead to security and compliance risk. So, if Knight Capital would have implemented DevOps, they could have avoided this incident by doing proper testing, identifying vulnerability, or could have even instantly rolled back when they find the fault in the deployment. Now we'll see how DevOps helps organizations. Companies like Netflix, Microsoft, and Amazon deploy their code thousands of times a day by implementing DevOps into their organization. Here are the real world example of the DevOps tools and strategies the tech giant follows in their organization. Do you know that Amazon deploys code every 11.7 seconds using DevOps? And also Google uses Kubernetes and they can able to deploy their code to the cloud native application rapidly and reliably. Similarly, Netflix uses Simian Army. Simian Army is a collection of tools that includes the popular Chaos Monkey and other tools designed to simulate various types of failures and stresses. They are used to test the robustness of Netflix system, ensuring that the system remains operational under stress. Thus, they proactively identify and mitigate potential issues even before they affect users. From this, we can understand how significant DevOps can be for an organization when they start implementing it. Now, let's see, what does a DevOps engineer do? What are the roles and responsibilities of a DevOps engineer, and how a day of DevOps engineers look like? The day-to-day activities of a DevOps engineer can vary depending upon the organization, the specific projects on which they are working on, and the tools and technologies they use. However, here's a general overview of some common tasks done by the DevOps engineer. That includes managing the CI/CD pipelines, automating the deployments, doing automation with configuration management kind of work, managing the cloud infrastructure, monitoring the systems, and also enhancing the security and compliance across the accounts. In this slide, I have provided some real world examples for your reference. Few of them include automating the deployments, writing Terraform code to create particular resources, doing configuration management activities, setting up a monitoring dashboard for the application, troubleshooting a failed CI/CD pipeline, and also having a catch up with developers to discuss about the requirements for their deployment services. You might have heard all these things from other sources as well, but what they don't tell you is, as a DevOps engineer, the thing you do most in your day to day work is problem solving. Whether it be troubleshooting a failed pipeline or a service that is down or fixing a server or a network issue. The major part of DevOps will be on problem solving. The second most thing you will do in your work is to collaborate and communicate with the developers, QA team, security team, or the ops teams. It is also important as a DevOps engineer to adapt to new tools and services because there are hundreds of services in the market and each organization will use a different tool. So, adaptability is an important aspect for a DevOps person. And also, as a DevOps engineer, it is your responsibility to reduce the failures that occur in the deployment, speed up the release process, and make sure to have the servers running all the time. And also, you need to optimize the costs in the cloud as well. I hope this video would have provided you all the necessary detail about DevOps. If you find this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button. If you have any questions, feel free to drop the comments. I'll try to answer as much as possible. And make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get all the updates from our channel. Thanks for watching.